to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Sooners offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Motion from the back. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Got it behind the line. It's out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Used to play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's Ott. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Got a man. It's Ott. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on second and long. To the air. It's Hawkins. That's reeled in. It's Sategna. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the catch. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast. And
got enough space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
From the gun, running back gets to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They didn't look to push it downfield, and the running back not quite able to get to the sticks.
Yeah, but I don't mind the decision. I like getting it to my guy and trusting him to make a play and get the first down. But now it puts me in a different situation. 4th down. Do I want to go for it? What do I want to do?
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That's caught. It's Sategna. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Now on 2nd down. Off the play fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Back to pass. It's Hawkins. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and there he goes. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's in open space downfield. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
And now they got to put it together, right? And this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. To the ground, he's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for once.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You've got to give your QB some time. You've got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Knocked down after a short gain, but enough to move those chains.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Missouri is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to South Carolina. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late in the half. Time to put together a drive. It's a draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. To go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Simmons. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Auburn lines up quickly. They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Finds a man on the left. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield very late in the half. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Towards the sideline. Gain of 18. And that's a first down for the offense.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
With the catch, it's Ott. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Fires to the right. Can't make the play on the interception. And, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Punt is on its way. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Tigers pumping the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Singleton. And he's brought down after a nice game. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Alston. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. So now it's second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. Rides the back and leaves it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He caught it! Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Offense in a bunch formation. The give from the gun. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Creates a little room. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Sooners will hunt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be dragged down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense. And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. He makes a catch. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on second down. Got it in the middle with Simmons. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UTEP is in front. They've owned the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 11 over ULM. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snagged in the middle, it's Gibson. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Absolutely perfect. But wait a second, there's a flag on the field. Let's check that one out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Leaves it with the running back. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Hawkins. The short hands, it's Gibson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Let's go. Let's go.
Looking to fire. He'll get rid of it. The short hands, it's Gibson. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Burks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Robinson. Makes him talk to the hand. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
27 jump.
Still firing away as he'll go down swinging. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. All business to